Hello and welcome everyone, it's Capcan and today we are looking at our Evoker talent tree, Devastation Evoker talent tree to be specific, from the Dragonflight, currently still beta, but closer and closer to the release. And yeah, let's look at the talents here. So we have our first essence spending ability Pyre with its Devastation, so it's DPS spec for everyone who maybe doesn't know. So yeah, Pyre is our 3 essence cost instant cast, lob a ball of flame, dealing 81% of spell power fire damage to the target and nearby enemies. So yeah, that's your AoE. Additionally, AoE ability. Ruby Essence Burst. Your living flame has a 20% chance to cause an essence burst. Your living flame has a 20% chance to cause an essence burst, making your next disintegrate or pyre cost no essence, which gives us additional resource, or just like resource out of nothing, which yeah. It's good for our DPS. Azure Essence Burst. Azure Strike has a 15% chance to cause an Essence Burst, making your next disintegrate or pyre cost no essence. And here we have as well, so here we have our Living Flame has a chance to cause Essence Burst, and here we have Azure Strike has a chance, but a little bit lesser. Then in our left part of the talent tree, we're starting with Dense Energy. Pyre's essence cost is reduced by 1, which makes it 2 essence. Then Volatility. Pyre has a 10% chance to flare up and explode again on a nearby target, which is quite cool. And then it has probably 20% chance, yes. Power Nexus increases your maximum essence to 6. Alright, in center we have Imposing Presence. Quail's cooldown is reduced by 20 seconds, or Inner Radiance. Your Living Flame and Emerald Blossom are 30% more effective on yourself. Okay. Then we have Dragon Rage. Instant 22 minutes cooldown. Erupt with Draconic Fury and exhale pyres at 3 enemies within 25 yards for 14 seconds. Essence bursts. Chance to occur is increased by 100%. So as you can see, it's like a quick AoE / just burst cooldown that like gives you high burst damage, and on top of that gives you increased procs of no cost pyres and stuff. Then we have Eternity Surge. Channel 2.5 seconds, 30 seconds cooldown. Focus your energies to release a salva of pure magic, dealing 340% of spell power spell frost damage to an enemy. Damages additional enemies within 12 yards of the target when empowered. Okay, so like yeah, first stage is damages 1 enemies, then it damages 2 enemies, and then 3 enemies. And I guess with some kinds of buffs, it goes up to twice as much. Alright, what do we have here? Lay Waste. The Deep Breath's damage is increased by 10% and then by 20%. Or Arcane Intensity. Disintegrate deals 8% more damage and then 16% more damage. Alright, let's go with probably this right part of the tree and then focus on the center and left. So Essence and Attunement. Essence Burst stacks 2 times, which makes you like, yeah, it's like it's good for you to have more bursty Windowses. It gives you an opportunity to stack your damage for the times when you will need it more. Honed Aggression. Azure Strike and Living Flame deal 5% more damage, and then it goes up to 10%. And here we have a Deadened Talent, Eternity Span. Eternity Surge and Shattering Star hit twice as many targets. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's your talent that gives you 2x enemies. And Shattering Star hit twice as many targets. Modifiers effect number 1's value plus 100% shattering. Oh yeah, so that's probably just like clutter from the technical point of the talent. Choose one. Eyes of Infinity. Eternity Surge, critical strikes grant you Essence Burst. Okay, so big emphasis on you to go with crit strikes in order to have more resources to have like more free procs, which means that it's like sub free resources. Casualty Essence abilities reduce the remaining cooldown of Eternity Surge by 1 second, or you can have like more uptime on Eternity Surge. Then we have Charged Blast. Your blue damage increases the damage of your next pyre by 5%, stacking 20 times, which means up to 100%. And we have Shattering Star. Instant 15 seconds cooldown, exhale, eternity span bolts or bolt. Here it's like bolts of concentrated power from your mouth at one enemies, or for like some spell frost damage that cracks the eternity span targets defenses, increasing the damage they take from you by 20% for 4 seconds. Arcane Vigor generates 1 essence, and that's probably means that you're like spreading it at two enemies and not one, because this thing hits twice as many targets, which means it in like general situations you're using Shattering Star on one target, which means that it's gonna be placed on 2 targets instead. Spellweaver's Dominance. Your damaging critical strikes deal 220% damage instead of usual 200. Again, more crit strike damage buffs, so that's multiplier for your crit strike chance damage, and yeah, that like means that you want your crits. Then choose one. A Focusing Iris. Shattering Star's damage taken effect lasts 2 seconds longer, or Shattering Star generates 1 essence. And it generates already. Oh, with Arcane Vigor, it generates 1 essence. All right, so either you're getting a resource, or it like lasts a little bit longer. Yeah, so that means that you're gonna increase the damage they take from you're getting either more uptime of damage multiplier buff, or like debuff on enemy buff for you, or you're having additional essences. Which probably additional essences are good for your AoE part, and probably, but well, yeah, I don't know, depends. Then we have Powerswelk. Casting an Empower spell increases your essence regeneration rate by 100% for 2 seconds. Okay, and then it goes up to for 4 seconds. And our last talent here is Iridescence. Casting an Empower spell increases the damage of your next 2 spells of the same color by 15% within 10 seconds. Casting an Empower spell increases the damage of your next 2 spells of the... Oh, pretty good. Okay. Quite interesting. More like passive stuff here with couple of active abilities. Let's go for the center part. Animosity. Casting an Empower spell extends the duration of Dragon Rage by 6 seconds. Okay. Which means you're gonna have essence burst chance. Instead of 14 seconds, it's gonna be 20 seconds, which is quite powerful. Okay. Heatwave. Fire Breath deals 20% and then 40% more damage. Yes. Titanic Wrath. Essence Burst increases the damage of affected spells by 7.5 and then by 15%. Or Honed Aggression. Azure Strike and Living Flame deal 5 and then 10%. Oh, we saw that probably. Yeah. Then we have our Tyranny. During Deep Breath and Dragon Rage, you gain the maximum benefit of Mastery Giant Killer regardless of target's health. Okay, so here we have addition like bonuses to our mastery instead of critical strike chance and like multiplier. Here we have Font of Magic. Your Empower spells maximum level is increased by 1. Okay, which means like more AoE on AoE, charging spells and stuff like that. Then we have Onyx Legacy. Deep Breath's cooldown is reduced by 1 minute. Scintillation. Disintegrate has a 15% chance each time it deals damage to launch a level 1 Eternity Surge at 30% power. And then it goes up to 60% power with 15% chance still. Alright, and then Imminent Destruction. Empower spells reach maximum level in 10% less time. Ooh, that's gonna feel very good, because you're gonna have smoother gameplay and more, just like more variability in your rotation, which is quite good. Hoarded Power. Essence Burst has a 20% chance to not be consumed. Oh, and that means again more resources, more damage. Choose one. Either Ruby Embers, Living Flame deals 18% spell power damage over 12 seconds to enemies or restores 40% of spell power health to allies over 12 seconds, stacks 3 times, okay. Or Engulfing Blaze, Living Flame deals 40% increased damage and healing, but its cast time is increased by 0.5 seconds. So yeah, probably Ruby Embers is more efficient if you have probably it's like it needs testing, but still just from the looks of it, the first one gives you better numbers if you have enough time to spread that damage. Second talent gives you more burst. Firestorm, 25 yards range, 2 seconds cast time, 20 seconds cooldown. An explosion bombards the target area with white non-embers, dealing spell damage, fire damage, spell power fire damage to enemies over 12 seconds. 12 seconds, holy shit. Heatwave with some, catalyze. While channeling disintegrate, your fire breath on the target deals damage 100% more often. Okay, now we need some talents in order to get to here. You're empowered, we saw that already, so we have like 3 talents. Snapfire, your living flame has a 12% chance to reset the cooldown of Firestorm and make your next one instant cast and deal 40% increased damage. So procs for your AoE. Okay, we get that, and that's very cool. Burnout, Fire Breath damage has 8% chance to cause your next living flame to be instant cast, stacking 2 times. And again, more emphasis on you to have something instant castable, which is quite good. Choose one. Either Feed the Flames, consuming essence burst reduces the remaining cooldown of Fire Breath by 2 seconds, or Ever Burning Flame. Red spells extend the duration of your Fire Breath's damage over time by 1 second. All right. So as you can see, maybe it's not as varied in different styles of play. Maybe it's the tree itself is quite more basic and quite more streamlined if you want to compare it to some other talent trees, but it still looks kind of interesting. And of course, it's new class. Everyone's gonna have fun just playing it if they want to play new class. And if they don't want to play something old with new talents and stuff, it looks quite good, but we're gonna see in game how does it feel. So yeah, thanks for watching, hope you're having a good day, and goodbye.